Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Club Top Shot. We have a show tonight. We are going to rip some MGL packs later. We're going to talk to Jack Settleman about his woodpecking experience, about MBL getting rug pulled on his CNNBC interview, about Andy stuffing his face with clams, and Peter on Poker Night in America, golfing 2 days a week, heading to Rockies games, and just living that CSU dad life. That is what we have on tap tonight. How we doing, guys?
No complaints. Excited to be here. Excited to talk Top Shot. That's kind of my vibe tonight. I know it's weird for a show named Club Top Shot, but I think that's what we should do.
I think we should do it tonight too. Mike, I even heard, I mean, I don't know if this is a spoiler. I do apologize for blowing up your spot about your walk with Drew Dinkmeyer on Twitter. So hopefully I'm not blowing up your shot. You did buy some Top Shots recently, correct?
I did. I shopped a bit today. I bought 3 new moments today. Do we want specifics? I don't. This will be an ultimate show.
Of course, we want specifics. What'd you buy, dude?
I purchased one Morant OG base, and I will disclaim that I have a lot of those. So everyone watching, please keep that in mind before you look into it. I have many of those. I bought a Morant MGLE from Series 1, and I bought a Barrett MGLE from Series 1.
Wow. So did you buy them on the marketplace? Because if we can't track the transaction, then we can't say you're that bullish. But what'd you do, an off-market deal?
The Morant base was on market for, I think, $2,600. The 2 MGLE were off market.
And what spurred on this purchase? Like just in general, because this is probably the most that you've put back in like in the past few months, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I think what spurred it on is, the playoffs are around the corner, and I think that a lot of eyes will be on some of the young stars. And so what I tried to do was look at what teams are positioned to make the playoffs right now, and who may get some national attention that seems to have been lagging in national attention recently. Morant at the beginning of the year, for example, had a 40-point game right out of the gates and was getting a ton of attention. And then he got hurt, and he played okay throughout most of the year, and more recently has turned it on. So I'm hopeful he can get into a playoff series and have a marquee game or two, and people can remember that he's not that far behind Zion, although I do think Zion is a better player with a brighter future at this point.
And only a little further behind RJ, right? Just a little bit behind RJ.
on the Barrett side of things, I mean, I think he's a somewhat quiet individual. He's not the loudest personality, and that hurts him in terms of his popularity and his marketability. And I have all the respect in the world for it. He gives credit to his coaches and his teammates and all of that, but he doesn't get that much national attention. He doesn't have a game that's ripe for highlights with big dunks or flashy passes, but I think he's an effective player, and the Knicks are going to make the playoffs at this point and give them a series to make some noise and RJ for him to strut his stuff, and I think he could get some positive attention. And I did look at some of the other top players in Series 1 and tried to just compare kind of various prices and see what seemed out of whack. And Morant was a bit of a value play too in my mind, and Barrett I think has some unique features as the only 4-badge guy in Series 1.
Yeah, I actually have some big news on the Top Shot front myself. I actually completed Cool Cats 5, guys. I'm getting that Fred VanVleet.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I mean, I hate
to get that jersey.
Look at us, a bullish group of top shotters.
I also completed Cool Cats 5 today.
Wow, I may need to splurge in the marketplace.
There you go. Yeah,
I have been looking around a lot recently. I do think we're going to see. No, we're not going to see the $100 million marketing push that everyone thinks is going to happen before the playoffs. But I do think we'll see some fun activity. Now it's a question of will it keep tanking right up until game 1 of the playoffs? Will it start to turn around before? Will it take a round? I do think some player stuff will pop. So I think that those are fair buys, Mike. The VanVleet challenge, I can't speak on that.
Please don't. If you say anything bad about my guy Fred VanVleet tonight, we are sweating. Actually, how's my Fred VanVleet in Big Ragu overs going tonight? Someone let me know. I it's been a rough scene for me. Jack gets to do his 6X, influencer underdog promo. It hits while he's sitting courtside. Then I go to try to get my promo boost today, and Jack took all the money. He drained the accounts from Underdog, and now they won't do anything for me. And now I'm just sitting here with my tail between.
I can't legally disclose how much money Underdog lost. I am physically ill. I'll just leave it at that. And I underestimated by what they got. They got smashed. And the greatest part was it was on the craziest shot of the game. I mean, they said they were watching that game as if it was the Super Bowl. And I wish we had. That's how much action was on the game. And I wish that we had cameras for when that Chris Paul fucking one-handed floater went in. That was nuts.
Let's just talk about how selfish you are, Jack. So you manipulate tip pick or whatever, no free ads, to sit courtside to float that. Then you get all of these promo code deposit bonuses for this Underdog promo. Mm-hmm. So everything for Jack is just looking incredible. Meanwhile, you're ruining these companies. That's what you're doing for your own gain. You're a rent seeker.
No. The rest of the 6Xers might be the rent seekers. They're not in it for collecting great pick'em props. They're just in it for the big paydays. But the funniest part was I didn't even pick the bet or the game of skill, whatever we have to call it. I didn't even pick it. I was just I texted them. I'm like, we should do something for Knicks Suns. And Chris Paul or RJ or Quickly, and they were like, all right, let's do Quickly and CP3 over. I didn't even make this up. I just told them we should do something. So it's their own fault.
I think you guys got the idea from me because I did the anti-Jack special last week, taking the CP3 Quickly unders. That didn't work. I'm on a rough streak right now. I have to do something to get back, Jack.
Yeah, it's tough.
So is it safe to say promo code Jack has exceeded promo code Pete?
We're off to a hot start. It's early days, but there's no doubt that promo code Jack is winning because I'm delivering to the people. That's most important.
Yeah, I do actually. I've seen some screenshots, some very nice screenshots. Make sure you're not putting promo code Pete into the user field. There's some other person on Underdog with the username Pete. I need it to be in the promoter partner field.
Yeah, we're getting the tech fixed. It's going to be fixed over the next couple of days because I know there's people who are I don't know how to put in promo code Jack, and it's whatever. Just get your money, get out of here. Buy some moments. I hope someone bought a Quickly or a CP3 moment with their winnings. I'll say that.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think while we are here on the Underdog topic, they got us a Fred VanVleet Series 1 Mome, his base moment. I believe it was around $475 low ask last time I looked. Anyone who left a comment on the last video, the show with I Love McConan, was entered into this contest. I say we get that contest up now, get that giveaway going here.
I agree.
And why I'm getting this set up, Pete, we haven't heard from either you or Andy yet. Let's actually go to Andy real quick. Andy, how is it?
Go to me because I want to shout out Andy. It's on Twitter.
Because I want to shout out Andy.
Yeah, okay. I'll toss it right back to Andy. Andy, thank you. I message Andy. We got a couple guys that are messaging Andy. Some guys who are investment wizards but DeFi donkeys. Truly, Andy, thank you for answering all of our dumb questions. I've got 3 or 4 dumb questions a day, and Andy gets to all of them. So, thank you.
I second that.
Here's the problem. You're not doing Andy any favors because now you're going to have a bunch more people DMing
I realize I'm compounding the problem here. But luckily the compounding seems to be working in Andy's favor.
Yeah, the compounding's going okay.
Yeah, first of all, Andy, how was your trip? And then give us a little quick state of DeFi and Ethereum right now because it's setting up a bullish flag based on my technical analysis.
Yeah, it was fun. I went to Newport, Rhode Island for the week last week. It was my girlfriend Allie's birthday, and then a friend who we went with as well. It's his birthday as well, and so we just ate and worked during the day. Ate a lot of seafood and good on seafood for a while. But I tried. It was these fried dough balls with clams inside them. Never had them before. They were pretty fucking insane. I ate way too many of those. it was a little weird because it's not like in season yet, and so not every restaurant was open, and it was totally just college kids first week on the job at all the restaurants that were open. So the service wasn't great, but it was fun. It was a good time. It was nice to explore a new city and see all like the mansions in Newport and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was very impressed that we were taking bets on if you were going to randomly pop up on the show last week. And once you weren't there at the start, I knew you weren't coming. Mike was holding out hope that you might drop by.
I was more than holding out hope. I pegged it at minus 250, which is an egregious line with the benefit of hindsight. But Andy, I've just seen you make some appearances on streams that you popped into the comments first. You make your presence known with the Dr. Applesauce name, and then you get brought onto the stream. And I was kind of hoping for one of those experiences, maybe a tipsy Andy joining for the last few minutes of the stream. That would have been fun.
I was a little tipsy Tuesday night.
I feel like he wasn't even tipsy. If he was tipsy, he would have come. I feel like he was way past tipsy.
Yeah. Well, so there were two extenuating circumstances there. One, I drank a lot of beer on Tuesday night. Two, the Wi-Fi in the Airbnb was just okay at best, and so I had to do like some work calls, and I just like had to do them all like video off because otherwise I'd drop. And so I knew if I couldn't really like pop on and have it be of any real quality.
Man, I was hoping it was more like my thing where you're kind of feeling out your significant other, trying to be like, can we maybe get away with doing a stream tonight from vacation?
So actually, fun fact there. So it was myself and my girlfriend Allie, and then another couple, and then two of our friends from college, all in like a big 4-bedroom Airbnb. And the two girls who were there on Tuesday night had already gotten so sick of the guys that they went and stayed in a hotel that night, and like went and got massages and did all that. And so it was just guys getting drunk on Tuesday night.
Vacation within the vacation.
Bros. Yeah,
wow, that's impressive.
I don't blame them though. Yeah.
Pete, what's going on with you these days? You've been Ashley said you've been golfing 2-a-days. It sounds rough.
Yeah, doing everything I can to be a good dad. Golfing, traveling to Vegas, playing poker tournaments, farming. Things that are important.
When does the poker thing air? That was a pre-recorded thing, right? Because I didn't see anything about that stream.
Yeah, apparently it's going to air 60 days, 90 days, but I've been told it's like a bunch, no spoilers. So
yeah.
Sorry.
But was it a fun trip?
So much fun. My buddy John Aguiar hit it big with DraftKings. Shout out to John. Shout out to Liquid John. Shout out to Liquid Aguiar. He has the sickest house in Southern Highlands. So that's going to be a regular trip for me going forward. And yeah, it's a bunch of fun playing golf. And yeah.
What's your handicap?
Go ahead.
Are you a good golfer? What's your handicap?
I'm like a 7-8 index. So I'm like not great, but not bad.
But enough to gamble.
Oh, definitely.
That's a really good golfer, isn't it?
Yeah, enough to end up in a foursome with Tiger Woods and Condoleezza Rice, to answer your question, Jack.
Yeah, bud. From here? I mean, this is another chance to show up. I mean, look at that. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. The crew. The crew. Pete.
That's my normal Sunday group. Condoleezza Rice, Eric Hyundai, and Tiger Woods. So Tiger's been out for a while.
Pete, should Mans have massive FOMO for not accepting that invite to go play in that game with you?
I mean, imagine missing Poker After Dark.
There were a few hurdles.
I thought you were getting rich on bit equity, and there's more bits in that than ever. I mean, there was just freaking huge arguments between Negreanu and Hellmuth.
I didn't know when Brett texted me. I didn't know that Negreanu and Hellmuth were in it. I just heard he's like CSU. I'm like, I didn't hear that the big guns were coming out for that one.
I mean, dude, what are you doing with your life? I mean, literally, that's like the whole point of everything you're doing is to be in that spot.
Yes. You know what? And I'm working to rectify it. Jack and I are going to Miami this weekend. I'm not going to make any more mistakes like that. Next, I've told Brett, count Mans in for the next PokerGo sit and go. I will probably have to post my action.
Were you insecure about like Mans' biceps and triceps? Like the tank doesn't fit like it used to, or what happened?
I was mostly insecure. If we're just gonna get into this, I was insecure about. I hadn't gotten my vaccine yet. Wasn't ready for my first flight across the country.
They test everyone, dude. They test everyone. That's not an excuse.
Yeah, they test everyone on my plane, Pete.
Fly private, dude. You're freaking mans. You're rich. How much money did you make off the mans coins?
Okay, this is where I got. That would have been take every single piece of money that man's made off of the man's coin and put it into sit and go.
That seems like the right part. Dude, it's ape season.
It's for content. We've talked about this.
It would be a content.
You aped into everything for the bits. This is your best bit opportunity, and you didn't do it.
All right, you're right. I deserve shit for this. I'm going to make up for it going forward. Brett, if you're watching, I know you're a Club Top Shot fan. Keep me on the invite list. All right, let's do this giveaway here. Again, shout out to Underdog for getting this MOM. Luckily, I snuck in this giveaway before Jack bankrupt them. So we still have it here. Here we go. Fred VanVleet.
I like the wheel.
Series 1 base MOM.
All right, you redeemed yourself. That wheel is...
No way! Oh, it's almost Belair. I recognize Belair. Eric Mendez. Congratulations, Eric Mendez. I'm going to go into, because I have my tracker here. I can actually see what Eric commented. Eric said, Chuma Okiki is not talked about as much as he should. That was his underdog pick. Did I butcher that name?
No, you actually got that perfect.
What team does he play for?
The Magic, I believe, where he was.
Yeah,
there you go. And I have your username there. I will ship that over to Underdog, and they will get you that Fred VanVleet MOM. Thank you, guys, and thank you, Underdog, for hooking us up with that.
Shout out Shimo Okiki.
Yeah, shout out to Okiki.
The wheel was fire, by the way.
The what?
The wheel.
Yeah, dude. They now have the customization in here. I threw in our new. Check out how sick this little logo is here. I just threw it in the top right.
Ooh.
We got the Club Top Shot mashup colors with the Underdog logo. It's pretty fresh.
I like it.
Pretty fresh.
Can we talk about woodpecking, by the way? I think I fell into the Jennings trap. I just once you go
going back again. Like, can you imagine sitting in like the freaking upper deck ever again?
I'm a man of the people. Everyone knows that.
Don't lie.
But that's actually, it's the best like sport experience I think you can get. I think. I mean,
would you rather watch the game at home on TV than go sit in the upper deck versus sitting in the upper deck and staring at the people sitting courtside and realizing what you're missing out on?
I'm at, before you guys make yourselves entirely unlikable to the general populace, I'm just going to let you know that just be careful how you talk about going to games and not sitting courtside. I'm just doing you a favor right now.
Jack's a man of the people. I'm not. So
Jack's a man of the people.
But I'll say I am one that I just like going to stadiums. I mean, I went to the Super Bowl. I sat in the boonies. It was so cold up there. I don't know if going to Super Bowl is man to people. You get the point. I'm willing to sit anywhere in the stadium, but it really is a sick experience. Just like being able to hear the guys. You're literally right up front. But I was just hyped. The Garden is like there were 2,000 people, and at the end of that game, it was loud as shit. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like, when fans are fully back.
And what, tell us more about it. I mean, you got some good footage there. Did you get any looks, any waves from CP3? What was that like?
So
Did you hear them?
You're so close to the action that you actually have to take a rapid PCR. Everyone else has to take a rapid, just regular before coming in. So that's like an NBA rule. And there's no food or drink allowed on the floor so that your mask is always on. Then the food in the suite, like they give you these suites behind, like under the court type of thing. And that's all inclusive from Tao. So I had like cheeseburger, sushi, I'm one of those where like, I definitely don't act like I've been there before. Like I just pig out and like, eat everything. Red velvet cake, whatever. Except you have to pay for drinks. What's your feeling on that? I said at least like the first one could be free, so it's not encouraging like unlimited drinks, but like whatever. It was
You're
like,
mad. You're mad. You had to pay for one beer on your free courtside experience. Okay. Oh man, God forbid.
Sounds
and
wrong.
then yeah, no, it was $30, and then yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, you're right next to the guys. The ref acknowledged me. I was trying to get in Devin Booker's ear. He was crying like a bitch. He's never coming on this show. He should have been tossed, truthfully. CP3 got hit in the mouth. I tried rushing over and giving him some aid, but they wouldn't let me on the court. Quickly looked spectacular out there, obviously, for Underdog. I had Knicks money line, so I was yelling at Reggie Bullock to try and help us get that home. But it was a mixed emotion game for me because I was rooting for the Knicks, obviously, but like Chris Paul was the one hitting the big shot, so I was satisfied with the result overall. It's the one time I was okay with the Knicks taking it now.
And we did get some good photos of you courtside at the game. Some very nice professional photos here. This one was probably my favorite. I can't believe you brought a promo code Pete sign to the game. I'm surprised they let that one in, Jack.
So good. And I didn't, when I retweeted that, I didn't even recognize that you guys put Ja Rule next to me in the picture. It's over my friend who I went with. Yeah, so the Underdog one is obviously great. Quickly,
Mans
that one, yeah, Mans is epic.
This one is great.
Yeah, that one's funny too. Yeah.
You got John sniffing the armpit.
The guys in the Discord and the Club Top Shot media team is second to none. I mean, they're the cream of the crop out there.
Yeah, if you guys aren't following Club Top Shot on Twitter, our guy Clay, we got Augustine, Paul, all these guys, Luke, that are just absolutely crushing it with this stuff. So give Club Top Shot a follow. Lots of good stuff there. One other thing I need to ask you, Jack, because you mentioned the food thing. What's going on with this new part of your Twitter brand where you ask people what you should have for dinner? I was really hoping it was a one night thing, and it does not appear to be.
No. So the only reason I've ever wanted to have Twitter followers was like to just crowdsource. So whether it's just like discuss sports opinions or like figure out what book to read or what I should get for dinner, like and so I'm just going to continue to kind of be myself. Wait till football season. That's the funniest part, is no one knows about my like Lamar Jackson obsession. Like my most passion I have in any field is like the Ravens. Lamar, the baby goat, is what we call him specifically. So like, wait for that. That'll be pretty aggressive on the streets. But yeah, I like to find out, and we've gotten some good advice from people. There's a lot of New Yorkers that follow me. They've been helping me out the area. So yeah, I'll continue to crowdsource. That'll definitely be a thing.
If it weren't for my desire to ratio your tweets, I would have you muted by now for sure. So consider yourself lucky.
Perfectly fair. Yeah, no, I feel bad. I probably gained 10,000 followers from Top Shot stuff, and they're getting very limited Top Shot content. But hey, feel free to unfollow. I don't take offense to it.
Hey, or you could be me and you could gain all your followers from doing fantasy football stuff and then never talking about fantasy football anymore.
Exactly.
Any other questions for Jack on the woodpecking experience?
We did make a deal, Pete. You remember that?
What was our deal?
Not you. Sorry, Pete Jennings. If Nuggets Knicks met in the finals, he would buy us courtside in Denver.
Yeah, that's a call. I think that is.
Which side of that bet is less likely, though?
Probably the Nuggets now. I mean, I don't know. Both are not going to happen. But going to games is great. I don't want to. All jokes aside, it's great to go to games.
Hey, Pete, can I get the same deal?
What's up?
Can I get the same deal, but for, let's say, Nets Lakers?
If Bitcoin's over 100K, we're in.
Okay. Nets Lakers.
Right. That's fun.
100K. We're going courtside. Someone write that down for me.
This crew right here, 5 of us, and it's mostly because of Andy. I owe Andy at least courtside tickets. So, and Andy's number one. Levy's helped me a ton. Oh, you guys don't. I'm not.
Oh, you don't want to be power rankings?
I think we should all just do power rankings.
Do the power rankings and who's
Yeah,
help.
we'll power rank it. No, in all seriousness, I love you guys, all four of you guys. I'm just happy with where everything's going. If Bitcoin's over 100K, book it. Seriously.
Okay.
Right.
Only Nets Lakers? I just want to get clarity on this.
Nets Lakers.
Nets
If it's
Lakers?
Nets Lakers.
Yes.
Sitting courtside. It'll probably cost, if Bitcoin's 100K for the five of us, it'll probably cost 2 Bitcoin or so, maybe 3 Bitcoin. Be an expensive day, but we live for the moment, right?
What do we? I mean, what's our
Yeah,
underdog
yeah,
promo
yeah.
gonna be? Yeah.
What's the
If we all throw in Underdog shirts, it'll be comped, right?
Yeah. Let's say courtside with the Underdog. I'm sure
That's a
Jack.
prerequisite. We all have to wear Underdog shirts. That's
Done.
We'll all do that.
Easy.
I would consider getting an Underdog tattoo on my forehead.
Okay.
That feels like a lot.
I don't do
Also,
tattoos.
is it possible to get 5 tickets together for the?
Probably not.
There's
with
this,
a big enough pile of Bitcoin, I'm sure.
yeah. There's this saying, money talks.
Andy, I have gotten questions from people now with Ethereum on the rise. I've gotten some requests for another DeFi explainer. We're going to talk some more Top Shot tonight, but I wondered if you want to let the people know kind of what you're seeing, what's going on in the space, if anything is updated since we've last talked about DeFi and sushi.
Yeah, for sure. It's been pretty crazy, in a good way for the most part. One thing that people might have noticed if you've been doing any DeFi stuff is gas is way down. It's a lot. Well, it's actually not that much cheaper because Ethereum has gone up in price, but it is cheaper to do stuff right now. But what I've been doing a lot of, and I've been doing this probably the last week and a half or so, is I've been on the Matic chain, which is where Zedrun is also played, and they have some pretty interesting DeFi stuff popping up there. You can see Peter's face. He doesn't want me to leak too much alpha. But Aave, one of the lending protocols, has launched on there, and there's a couple other swap protocols and stuff that have been either already existed on Matic or have launched their own stuff on Matic, and it's crazy cheap and really easy to use. It's definitely worth checking out if you're someone who is just kind of trying to test the waters and doesn't want to spend a lot of money and maybe just want to put a couple $100 in and mess around with stuff. You're not going to feel like you're getting gouged to do anything. It costs less than a penny to do anything.
Wow.
But I've been doing that a lot lately, and there's been one, it's been really nice to have all the transactions be fast and cheap, but also Matic's been going crazy. The Aave Matic stuff launched maybe a week and a half ago, and there's already over $1 billion locked up in it.
Can I also just let you, are you a cop and are you a financial advisor?
I'm not either.
Okay. I did just want to check.
I'm still sitting on sushi. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, have fun in 2020.
Pete? Look at Pete's face. What am I supposed to do?
The key is to never get on to sushi so that Andy can't then laugh at you when you haven't moved your money off of sushi and onto the next hot thing.
Sitting on
my
sushi
God.
is fine. You're good.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, so you're doing well. You're doing well. Sitting there.
Just to confirm, when we say sushi, we mean sushi, not pad thai.
Yeah.
I have not yielded once though. I want to do a big yield, the yearly, the big type of thing, not these mini yields that you all do. So,
So Jack, have you ever heard of compounding? We talked about it a little earlier. But generally, it's better to do the little mini yields.
oh really?
You
You can put them back in.
Well, because basically you yield all the sushi that you've earned. You
Yeah.
swap half of it for Ethereum, put that in the sushi Ethereum pool,
Oh,
and then you'll start earning more sushi on that.
All right.
If you want to be super lazy, you can just stake the sushi, but it's very low yield.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
I have
very-
my sushi
Or you can
steak?
go on
I thought I
Matic
had
and do
my
everything's
sushi
really
steak.
cheap.
I would suggest testing the Matic waters.
It's very easy.
On that.
I'll so if you go to I still have not learned how to post in the chat of these these live streams. One day I'm gonna learn, but I'll put it in our chat and then someone can
The
share
guy
it.
literally on the bleeding edge of Ethereum and DeFi technology doesn't know how to use the stream.
I swear to God, there's no so in like the private
I
chat,
open up
there's
the YouTube separately. That's my secret. I don't know how to use the
Yeah,
StreamYard
me
thing.
too. Me too. We
Alright,
can't
so-
unless I guess you log in.
All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm pulling this up.
Oh,
So
I see
here-
what you're saying. I'm used to
Yeah.
being the host, so I didn't
Yeah.
know the issues you guys have.
So
Yeah.
I just sent in the
Privilege.
private chat. So there's a Matic wallet has a bridge from Ethereum to Matic network. It's very easy to use, and but make sure you buy a little bit of Matic. I think they do seed your wallets with like a tiny bit at the start, so you can go and swap and do stuff. But so if you click P on the,
Oops.
did you mean to share that?
Sorry, I shared my closed out the wrong screen. Let me get it up here.
So if you click on the top right where it says Aave Market Polygon, down a little bit lower. Yeah. So this is the Matic chain of Aave, and so you can see there's almost 1.5 billion locked up, and so right now most of my money is in here earning yield. They're paying you in Matic to lend and borrow on Aave, and it's really nice, very low risk.
But
And
it's
fun-
only
fun
like
to think about messing
20% returns.
Well, so
Show you
I don't know.
lever up.
So what you do, all right, well, we can get nerdy here. I'll be quick. So what you do is the returns seem low at first, but if you only have one asset, say you just take Ethereum, and so at face value it's pretty low, 6% to lend and 4% to borrow because it's a 9.5% APR in Matic, but you're also paying 5.5% to borrow it. What you do is you deposit Ethereum, you then borrow as much Ethereum as you possibly can, because you can't get liquidated if you're lending and borrowing the same asset because their prices are always going to be the same. And then you deposit that Ethereum back in, and then you borrow more Ethereum, and you just keep doing that over and over again. And you leave yourself a little bit of a you just leave yourself a little bit of a buffer so that your fees don't add up too fast, and then you earn. So like I'm levered up it's like as if I have 5 times the amount of assets that I actually do farming this.
And if they went in the wrong direction, you would.
Well, so you can't get liquidated because you're only holding one asset. You're lending and borrowing the exact same asset, so your ratio. So the way that liquidations work is like, say you have a 50% loan to value. If your borrow exceeds that, then you would get liquidated. But since you're lending and borrowing the same thing, it's impossible to get liquidated from price change. You can only get liquidated from like the very, very slow fee accrual from borrows. And so you just have to, harvest your Matic that you earn and sell it for Ethereum and put it back in.
So who's taking the losing end of the stick on this?
Right. What?
Matic, the Polygon are they're just paying you to use this.
Okay.
They're incentivizing liquidity into the pool.
Yeah. Because it's within their best, like basically the idea for them is, we're giving away Matic tokens, but like the value add of pulling in $1.5 billion in a week is significantly higher than whatever they have to give away.
Mm.
And there's actually a real utility in this. And at first, this was as confusing as ever to me as well. Asked Andy a bunch of dumb questions, but now it makes total sense given the incentive for liquidity. And also, Aave's founder has come out and talked about how cool this is because it's a layer 2 protocol that has essentially no gas fees. I mean, you're paying like fractions and fractions of a penny to move stuff around, which is a really cool thing. And Andy, any more thoughts on that? Like, do you think this has legs long term? I mean, to me, it seems like a really cool
Yeah, I mean,
work on top of Ethereum.
I definitely think so. Matic has been around for forever. There's some people who take issue with some of the, maybe that it's not quite as secure as Ethereum and stuff, and that's true. But at the end of the day, like I don't think that Matic's going to go anywhere anytime soon. I think that risk is very minimal compared to the upside. And yeah, there's a lot of people who are moving stuff onto here. To me, it kind of felt like the natural progression from all like the crazy Binance chain nonsense that was going on to something that's a little bit more like Ethereum focused and with more actual projects building on top of it. And not say that Binance chain doesn't, but a lot of like core DeFi projects are more open to moving and building on Aave or on Matic, like Aave. I definitely think it has legs. And then you have stuff like Zed, and I'm sure there'll be more like NFTs and games and stuff that are on here.
Yes, and if you're confused, I myself am
no
confused.
Fucking clue what just happened.
Here's the thing: I get lots of comments from people wanting Andy to leak alpha on this show, which he's very gracious to do. If your interest is intrigued, go do your own research, dig deeper. He's pointing you in the right direction. If not, I'm sorry. We'll get back to talking about Fred VanVleet very
soon.
One
final thing before we get to Top Shot. What are these eggs? What are these eggs?
Can I make an amendment here? 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
150,000 BTC?
No. Not the amendment there. I genuinely feel bad. I've had a couple glasses of wine. I was about to dig into the Los Dos tequila.
Wow.
Tequila.
The influencer bottle.
We're going to have a lot of that, by the way, in Miami. But apologies for the woodpecking comments. I get that comes off as bad. I genuinely love all you guys. Wasn't trying to power rank. I just feel like all of us had good conversations that are like mutually beneficial to a degree. Andy and I's conversations are me asking a lot of dumb questions.
Andy's clearly number one. I think we're all okay with that.
Yeah, you don't.
Andy's all of our number one.
Yeah, Andy's all of our number one. It gets dicey at number two.
I feel like Andy's girlfriend's number one is whoever she got a massage with.
No, it's definitely Larry, wherever he is.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, Pete, I don't think you need to apologize to anybody of us. Yeah. You need to apologize to the chat who you told them that it would be not worth their time to sit third deck at an NBA game.
That's kind of true, but it's also
that is fair. There are many people who think the experience is way better, especially for like hockey or other sports. But
all I'm saying is if you look at like a curve of the experience, and I get it, it's really cool to go to games. So I'm not trying to say that they're the right situations where it'd be great to go. I think the TV experience is quite good for NBA games. And yeah, I get courtside is so expensive. It's not realistic for most people. And I totally understand. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I do feel like courtside NBA is such a better experience relative to everything else within an NBA game. It's the best sporting experience by like a large margin to me. So you compare that to all other sports and like the TV experience versus going to games. I think it's like the biggest delta by a large margin.
What does courtside in Denver cost? Or do you know like generally?
Yeah, like $400-$600 for like a right game. And also, Jack,
that's it.
Lexus Club, well, like front row, like really good seats would be thousands. But it's also Lexus Club, free food, free booze.
Yeah. New York is slightly more expensive.
Yeah, New York.
I think the gate price was $450 for last night's game just to get in.
Yeah.
Anywhere, sit anywhere.
Andy, are you doing personal ETH DeFi tutorials? It seems like you could probably clean up doing some one-on-ones.
No, it's that feels like a lot. But I'm more than happy to come on sometime and do an hour-long Matic DeFi talk at some point.
If only Matic was named after a food I could theme the show around, I think my excitement for it would really elevate. What's going on with Fractional though? What's the update on that?
Yeah, we're trucking along. I think odds are tomorrow we're going to be releasing a testnet version of our site that people can come on and use and mint a fake CryptoPunk and fractionalize it and all that fun stuff. And then assuming that goes well and everything kind of is working as intended, I think probably pretty soon after that we'll be able to kind of go live and hopefully have some exciting stuff for people to fractionalize or buy fractional pieces of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's gonna be really good.
Has the hours you've been putting into that been pretty overwhelming, or has it been a manageable project?
I mean, I've definitely been working a lot, but kind of like the way that I generally in like crypto bull markets think and process is just like you just have to work as much as you can. There's unlimited things to do at any given time, and so I think I'm probably working 9 to 10 hours a day on like fractional stuff, but then I'm also like trying to chase the latest yield farm or like degen into something on like Matic network or something. And so that's where the hours can get pretty long, is trying to balance all of that.
And answering our dumb questions.
No, that stuff's quick. That's easy.
Yeah, Andy, I mean, I know you want to establish a very reputable brand, where people with $1 million assets are coming to fractionalize. But if you don't let me get in on some fractional bid equity, I will boot you off this show.
That's very fair.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mike, I want to hear about your CNBC profile, look like another grand old time, talking about your big collection, shooting jumpers in the park, and then they pull the old bait and switch. What happened here?
So it's real time right now, so I haven't had too much time to digest. But what I will say is probably 3 weeks ago or so, I had an interview with two of the members who are cited under the video portion of the credits on the picture that I posted, actually, Paul and Sophia. And I have all the respect in the world for those two. We had a great time together, actually. We spent about 2 hours in the park and then an hour in my building shooting some of the shots that you saw in the video. And it was a great time. The way it came about was Paul actually DM'd me to reach out and just ask if I wanted to do an interview. And I said, sure. We probably chatted for an hour and a half at the park. Then they filmed me for a very long time shooting hoops. Although they did a fantastic job editing, it was actually a mess out there. I haven't played basketball in about a year. It was extremely, extremely windy out there. It took a lot of takes. Whatever you're thinking right now is probably 2 or 3 times that many takes. It was an absolute disaster. And I'm no Jennings, but I'm a decent shooter out there. I stand in the corner and can knock down an open 3. I can shoot. It was a mess. I was embarrassed. I had to apologize several times. And the editing team over there did a fantastic job. So everything was great. Initially, I didn't watch the segment because I feel very anxious watching myself and listening to myself on camera. And that was fine. Then I eventually did watch it, and it was good. They edited out some of my commentary at the end there, so it came off probably a bit harsher than intended with the bubble commentary. We can talk about that if we want, but to the meat of the issue here, then a little bit later in the day, I had posted about the article saying, that I thought they did a great job messing around with Tyrese a little bit. We had both done our reverse layups, and it was hard to tell which one was which, but I was on the right side, he was on the left side, and it was quite the juxtaposition. Anyway, today in my in-laws family chat,
the vault chat?
No, not the vault chat. The in-law family chat. My sister-in-law's sister sent a screenshot and saying, "Hey, I saw Mike on the news. This is cool." And it was under the headline that I eventually posted. And I was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "This is not what the original article was. It's not what the what the segment was represented to as me. I was told it was going to be." Oh God! All right, I'm on pause. Burning timeout number 1. Hello, Gracie.
Gracie just wanted to say hi. She wanted to be part of the club.
Hi, Gracie. I heard Gracie got new shoes today.
Hi, Gracie.
Yeah, I saw the shoes.
Continue on. She has to make her. I mean, she's going to make a regular appearance now in the club. She's going to be a club regular.
She's VIP material.
How much is a sushi worth?
A sushi token?
Yeah,
it's
like 13 bucks
and change right now. Yeah.
The whole rest of the show, Jack's moving his entire sushi farm over to Matic. I know he's doing it right now.
I'm trying to calculate what's going on here.
Okay, so anyway, so then I went and found the article and the headline, and I know CNN and other websites often have videos that run on continuous loop. It happens to me on ESPN all the time where I'm reading an article, and by the time I get back to the top, I'm 4 videos in, and suddenly there's cricket replays on the top of the basketball article. And so I understand that dynamic, but the interview that I did was the first video attached to the segment, and the video was credited to the 3 people who were involved in my video. So I'm a little bit hard-pressed to believe that the video just was part of an overall sequence. It seemed like that video was targeted for that article. And so, 1, I thought the article was fairly poorly written. 2, I thought it was a heavy misrepresentation to have my segment featured under that sort of headline for a number of reasons. 1, it wasn't what I was told would happen. 2, a lot of people just read the article. They don't watch the segment. And it's a very reasonable assumption if you don't watch the full 5.5-minute video that I'm sitting there saying withdrawals are a huge issue and I have big problems with topshot, and that's not the case. And I thought it was an unfair and kind of
that guy respond?
Yeah, so he did respond to my tweet. I will say, I also want to be clear about this. I don't know with certainty, but the 2 people that I actually spent time with on Friday, I would be very surprised if they were involved with this. They were extremely kind, fair. We actually had a great time. We were together for 3 hours. It was a fun time. Love to grab a drink with them. Sometimes a lot of fun. I don't think they had anything to do with this. Without actually having the knowledge to say this, I think it was the other parties involved, or frankly, it's just someone else behind the scenes who doesn't know what the video content is, just attaching it to an article. I don't know. But anyway, he did respond to the tweet. I was a bit underwhelmed by his response. So my first tweet was kind of an attempt to, separate myself from that article. The second one was a little more pointed at the author of the article. And I thought that his response was, again, underwhelming. He sort of said that the video and the piece don't go together. And I was surprised by that because they appear together. And so I kind of just rejected his comment and inserted an emoji that represented my views on the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. If you want to write the hit piece comment, fine, but just get a generic Top Shot banner image. If you write a profile on a collector who has the most Top Shot diamond hands of anyone out there, you can't write about being upset that you can't withdraw and use that photo. There are a million angry commenters on Twitter who would line up for a glossy photo of them to be taken to put across that
Right.
thing. So it's just a complete kind of bait and switch on what they interviewed you for. It makes no sense.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to pretend I know what happened behind the scenes for it to result in that. It could have been some intern who just made the decision. It could have been the author. It could have been clickbait for them to get their ad revenue. I don't know, but I think whatever did happen, there should be some checks and balances to make sure it doesn't happen, and there should be some accountability, to be honest. And look, I'm not overly sensitive about the issue. I just think it's inappropriate for a reputable organization to have this sort of thing happen.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. It's just like, of course, that's going to get more clickbait article. People can't withdraw money, but just use a different photo. It's not that hard.
Look, so setting aside my involvement there, I thought it was a somewhat absurd and very clickbaity headline to start out with. The article literally quoted someone from the vent channel of Discord. It was just, it was kind of a messy overall scene, and I hold them to a higher standard personally. I thought the segment itself, the video, was a lot of fun and came out really well. So it was kind of a disappointing turn, but so be it.
Did you consider this, that the hole ended up being kind of too inflammatory?
So I thought that it was slightly visible if you knew it was there. I obviously responded to your post, which I thought was very good. I give you a lot of credit for that. With a comment about the hole, I realized afterwards that my brother-in-law had sent me a picture and said, he's like, hey, just between us, there's quite a hole in your jeans that's showing, and so. Apparently, it's quite visible.
Full zoom, please.
Yeah, I'm going to the switching here so we can go full zoom on this crotch shot. I mean, this is what this show was made for.
So I have to, if I have to describe, should I get the jeans?
I'd love to see the jeans. I'd love to see the jeans.
That's it.
Hey, God.
Hold on, let me find them. I need to. Do you guys have another topic right now to spend?
Oh yeah, we got a topic.
All right.
Can we talk about how thick these shoes are? Can we just talk? Talk
about the thickness of the shoes. That's perfect.
These are fire. Let's just be honest here. Come on. This is.
Are those the Fawocious, or what are we talking about there?
Some drippy shoes.
Are they Durants? Are they Durants?
No, they're Kyrie. Yeah.
That's what Gracie's gonna be wearing when Pete takes all of his friends and extended family courtside.
I'm doing everything I can to make Gracie the cool kid. Everything I can, and
they're badass.
Shout out Jay Pearson.
Okay, so jeans are in hand.
That hole's not even that bad. That's like
okay.
Unless
sir,
you got
you cannot see the full hole there. Okay, so here are the jeans. Great,
okay.
Lovely jeans.
What brand are they?
They're Joe's jeans. They're Joe's jeans.
That means nothing to me.
No, hold up the crotch.
All right, huh?
No one cares about the seam and the way we want to see it. Oh my God, Mike! You wore those in an interview with CNBC. That's what you put on. You knew you were going to get photographed.
So this part right here, I think is what's visible.
Can I use my first timeout?
Yes.
Did you play basketball in jeans?
Just like that day in particular, or just in general?
No, that day and ever.
I did, yeah. I didn't have a change of pants that I then put on for the photo shoot.
That's embarrassing. Who shows up and plays basketball in jeans?
All right, so here's the deal. Normally, I would have replaced these, but this hole was like small enough that I could pull it off for a while. And then towards the end of the pre-quarantine era, the holes expanded, and it was like on the to-do list somewhere pretty far down to get new jeans. And then quarantine struck, and like everyone else, I wore sweatpants for a year straight. And I actually didn't remember this hole existed until I don't know, something else came up, and then I just didn't get new jeans. But
really good thing you wore underwear, though. Really,
yeah, I mean, typically I do wear underwear. I'm not as much of a woodpecker as you are quite yet, but yeah, here they are.
It's incredible. I just I would spend 4 days picking out my outfit for a media interview.
I did.
And you pick out jeans that have 2 massive holes in the crotch.
Honestly, it was this or like sweatpants. I'm not working with much out here. I'm not a big fashionista, as you might be able to tell. My biggest stressor each week is what to wear for this.
Yeah. Well, no, trust me. I know how it goes there.
Well, we can't. I don't even think we've seen below Mike's his waist on the shoe. Who fucking knows what's going on right now?
I'm currently wearing boxers. I'm not kidding.
I love that.
It is, yeah.
I'm at a standing desk. It's not that easy to show you, and it'll make
good.
this NSFW.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
So
we saw Mike's shooting form. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did look pretty good.
Promising for our game against
yeah.
So I will say I called this would happen. I was speaking to someone earlier, and I said, I bet what's going to happen on the stream tonight is that Jennings is going to comment on how good my form is as a bit of a long play on maybe we should have a shooting competition. But you're clearly pretty good here. Is that the angle?
No, I just thought it was good. You're a good shooter.
No, there's always an angle with this guy.
Appreciate it.
Is that the tennis coach that the honeybee is trying to lock down?
Let's talk this tennis prop.
Yeah,
he is getting a tennis coach for our match. Yes, that's what that's for.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
the honeybee.
When's that match going down?
June 18th.
Okay.
In Philly.
Okay, you're traveling.
I think that's a really good line, by the way.
I'm traveling. I have no children, so that was the deciding factor.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And what are the parameters of the bet?
Okay, so it's a little bit complicated. Hopefully people have some understanding of tennis scoring, but the conclusion just from people representing their reasonable skill set, Honeybee and myself, we started a chat with, 6 or 7 sharp bettors and tennis players. Jennings was in there to determine the line. So we each spent a few comments talking about our tennis skills, and it was concluded that the best line would be that on my serve games, the games start out love 30, and there are ads, so you can go to deuce and then add and then back to deuce. On Honeybee's serve games, it'll start out 15 love to Honeybee, and there won't be ads, which helps the underdog. And if a set gets to a tiebreaker, we'll play to 10 points, and he'll start up 4-0 in each tiebreaker.
I think it might be
win by 2 in the tiebreaker still too, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you mind disclosing how much you guys have on the line?
We did actually discuss that today. I don't know. Is that supposed to be like this? I'm new to high stakes tennis matches. Is that something, Jennings? You do high stakes. So we just talk about this. That's fine. Okay.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to be classified as
this will not be man of the people.
as not relatable. It's actually not that aggressive. To quote Honeybee, we should leave room for side action. So we're putting $3,000 on the line. It'll probably be in a stack of cash next to the court.
No, wave that.
Is that high stakes? I'm not saying I would bet $3,000 on a test.
It was. Look, I said I was like, I don't know what's normal here. When we sort of went with a number, we'll see what evolves. We got plenty of time between now and June 18th. Plenty of drinks to be drunk and irresponsible conversations to be had. I can assure you that some members on this stream right now will get involved. I'll need to defend myself and talk some shit and put some additional money down. You got to leave some room for these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know literally nothing about tennis, and everything you said about scoring made no sense to me, but I can't wait to gamble on it.
Yeah.
I think it's truly a really fair line. I don't know who I like. I mean, I was part of trying to figure out what I think is fair, but I think it's a really, 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 really good line.
Yeah, we'll do some preview shows on that when we get closer to that.
What's closer, Mike to being a really good player or Levitan to being a really bad player?
I mean, I guess it depends. There's a huge jump from like me to a Division I player, but I played a lot growing up, and
are you like first serve, overhand, 90 miles per hour type of thing?
So not really anymore because my shoulder's kind of bum. So I like kind of only hit second serves now. But like the way I described it to him on the Establish the Run podcast was that if I wanted to at the end of high school, I probably could have played D3 tennis. Not D1 tennis. That's a whole different ball game. But I probably could have played D3 tennis. Tennis is like my go-to sport playing. Like, I love playing basketball. I like playing, soccer, flag football, that sort of thing. But if I had to choose one sport against a random person with something significant on the line, it would probably be tennis.
Okay.
So, Mike, are you going to play in those jeans, or do you have another pair of jeans?
I have the exact same pair of jeans, just without holes now. I got the same pair.
Ah, nice. Good for you.
They're both closer. Neither one is like, they're both like in like the definitive range of like good, but not. They're both like good players. Mike is much towards like the really good player, but not like a college level player. Levitan's far away from being like a bad player. So they're both like kind of in the heart of like the mid range, and Mike's on the good side. And Adam's probably like a little, like if you took 100 people who like play tennis regularly, I would guess Adam's better than average, but not like way above average.
So taking tennis outside of it, I just think, I mean, we got Adam moving across the country here soon. He's got kids, running a business. I don't know. I feel like Mike has more time to devote to this challenge right now.
So since we've established the date of the challenge, I did play tennis one time so far, and I went to play basketball with a buddy this morning for cardio purposes. It's a two-pronged effort, some tennis reps, some cardio reps. I have also actually at the same park where I did the CNN footage, they have a couple of tennis walls, which I'll be frequenting over the next few weeks. And I messaged a few of my tennis buddies saying, we need to get lined up, some matches lined up here. So I will be putting forth my best foot, and we'll see what happens. I'm extremely rusty right now. I didn't play before I played last week. I hadn't played since I think June or July or something, and I'm heavily out of shape. But I will be working on that.
Jack actually volunteered to be your tennis ball boy during warmups and kind of sprint out and collect all the balls and scurry back while you're practicing. If you want
Unreal.
to up on that, yeah.
If I can get some shots up in the sauna court, I would trade that and do some ball boy.
Done. Wow, very done and done. And we don't even need Bitcoin at 100K for it. Let's do it.
No, that'll be fun. Have you guys talked about who's going to film this? Because trust me, I've seen some of these awful Periscope, shaky cam, Blair Witch Project recordings of these prop bets, and we need something better for this.
So that was actually part of the negotiation on the line and the discussion about the line. It was less of a negotiation, very cordial, very fair. I watched the footage against, I think Brandon Adams, is that his name? BA? Is that BA? Yep. I watched that footage, and the two of you guys down there, the Pete's, were involved with that. And I thought it was great. I thought the adjustment to landscape was huge a few minutes into it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of the Werner Herzog of recording prop bets on Periscope.
Can we get Underdog to put up props for this, or that would be out of the question?
Yeah, very good idea.
Jennings, it looked like you had an answer, but it was more so just interest and
excitement.
I mean, I don't know the answer, but we should definitely do it if we can.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be good. Pete, do you have any? With all your hustling these days, do you have any prop bets on deck, or are you just kind of lurking in the shadows right now?
Well, I was hoping Mike might want some shooting props after his performance. I will say I do shooting bets every day. Today was the single biggest win I've ever had in shooting today.
Really? Well, since you just told us that it's not that it is kosher to talk about the bets, how much did you win, buddy?
Well, with this guy, I have one more. Another. We do this cutthroat game where it's around the world. You have to make all 9 shots around the key. Plus, you have to make 5 threes: corner, wing, top the key, wing, corner. So my best time ever is 57 seconds. I didn't miss a shot. Today, my median time is like 133 or so. So every 5 seconds, I get $100. I did it in 108, 110, and 111. And there's a big side bet because the guy was down in the last one, and my time was down. So the line moves as you do it or don't do it. And my line was down to 123, which is significantly faster than my average time. So we did a side bet on that, and I won.
You're doing everything you can as a new father, Pete.
Yeah. You know, drama, schemes, some shooting props. Got to put foot with it.
What are the 9 shots around the key?
Free throw, the elbows, like the block. Yeah. So I shoot the free. So the rules are you can shoot in any order, but you have to get the key done before you shoot the threes. So shooting threes first would be an advantage because you're not tired. But yeah,
I assume there's a rebounder, right?
No, there's no rebounder. You have to get your own ball. So the big variable, like my friend who shoots it, his median time's like 4:15, 4:30, and he did poorly today.
Wait, his median time is 3 times yours?
Yeah.
The self rebound is interesting. You get tired legs after a while. It just gets harder and harder.
One of my friends who's not a good shooter did it for the first time today. He's definitely like very below average shooter. It took him 11 minutes on his first time, but then he did it in like 4 minutes. Some on his next. He shoots kind of a flat knuckleball 3, and the corners were ugly. He was shooting it over the hoop and then under. It was a lot of running.
I should also mention, we mentioned it here before, but those of you who were watching the pack drop last Thursday, I was doing the show with Jay Skeets, Trey Kirby from No Dunks, very fun show. Got to talk to Sean Marion, Chris Conley hopped on. But we did establish that there is going to be a club top shot versus No Dunks pickup game happening at some point. We don't know when it is. Maybe hoping for some summer league action if we all end up there together. But we got us 5 here. They got the 4 or 5 of them. I think their crew, I mean, if you include JD, they got 5 over there. They got an expanded universe. They can pick some guys. But how are we feeling about this No Dunks club top shot square off here?
Will they take action? I feel like they're not as adventurous.
Just
I feel like they're all parents.
Yeah.
So is Jennings.
I think they would be up for something creative.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that will be a good wager.
The Bitcoin for man.
Yes.
I think we'll smoke them, and I have zero clue what their basketball skills are. But I would just
are they tall? I know nothing about them.
Literally nothing, but I think we'll kill them for sure.
No, I've seen some footage of them. You got, J.E.'s very fast. Skeets is very fast, very agile. Trey, stretch 4, big beef down there pulling in the rebounds. Lee Ellis, sharpshooter. Tass, I think, is an all-around kind of Draymond Green utility type guy. So they got some hoopers, but I like our chances. So I am excited to see that game happen. I want to bring on a guest here. I had done, they were doing a donation giveaway for Top Shot moments called Shots for Shots. And I know Andy and some of us donated some moments. And I said, if you send in a moment to their account for this donation, raising money for vaccines, you could come on the show. And Jared here won the lucky drawing, and excited to have you in the club, Jared.
What's up, guys?
What up, Jared?
We're doing good. We're having a night talking about prop bets, all kinds of stuff, but excited to hear what you've been up to in the Top Shot world these days.
Well, kind of just, as the market has settled down more so, just kind of taking a step back, and as you guys have all talked about, kind of, just can't just chase everything that's going on at the moment. So I'm basically just buying packs and holding on to them, and then going from there. And then
so you're a rent seeker?
No, holding on to them. Did you miss that part?
Got it. Fair enough.
No, just buying packs and holding on to them, and kind of, I mean, basically thinking to myself, will this moment be worth more than it is right now or less? And I honestly, I don't really feel confident that I can say either way. So I'm just going to hold on to it and see what happens. Feel like maybe this hardcore game could, add some value to it. I've kind of gotten into So Rare a little bit and looking at it, and I'd be really interested in Top Shot if it became something similar to that. So I'm kind of just waiting and seeing mostly. I think there's definitely value in just waiting and seeing.
I think that's where a lot of people too, because it was a few shows ago where, it was like, is Top Shot boring right now? What is it that's going to light that spark for people? It does seem like they are starting to settle into a regular pack drop cadence with this kind of Monday, Thursday stuff, which I think is helpful. I mean, at least for now, people still get extremely excited about packs. They're trying the new thing today, which was, Jack, do you understand how that worked? It was like registering for a future drop.
Yeah, pre-order for an order. I think you can get it until tomorrow morning. And then if you're in, there's 300K packs. I assume everyone would get one. I don't think they'll have more than 300,000 people. So I think if you just join the pre-registered, then you're good for now.
Yeah. And Jared, are you excited and hopeful for kind of playoffs to inject some more life into the market, or do you think we are kind of continued for business as usual right now?
Yeah, I mean, for NBA, I've basically only ever watched playoffs for a while. Since Top Shot, I've watched, and it feels like the NBA is a little bit better in the actual regular season this year. Maybe that's just because I haven't watched in a while regular season, but I'm definitely excited. I mean, there's always some speculating that you can do with, hey, maybe this person can go on a hot streak, and you try and pick up some moments before then if you think that that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm more so. I think. It's a completely different ecosystem, like what Andy was saying last time about what the playoffs could do to the marketplace this year. So I feel like I just am going to wait and see. It's kind of boring, but, you got to wait and see what the playoffs would do with this many users versus where it was last year.
I feel like everyone wants the playoffs to be a thing, and that if something happens to where it's it shows that actually the playoffs will make a difference, that I feel like there actually are people who are waiting, but we're just everyone's in agreement. It's it could keep going down, but it feels like it's settled a little. And I think with the excitement of the playoffs, like you said, you just started watching regular season again. A lot of people do watch the playoffs, and there's a lot of hype around them. So I'm excited for the playoffs just to see, what it looks like. Does it trade more like a stock market, or whatever it does? It should be fun.
So Jared, I got the chat. They want to know who your team is. They want to. Chris wants to know if you like Bam. Tell us a little bit about your rooting interests. We'll let you pump your Top Shot bags here.
My Top Shot. Yeah, I'm a very, very modest Top Shot account holder, whatever you want, moment evaluation. But my team is the Wizards. I am originally from Gaithersburg, DC area. Jack,
I'm from Owens Mills.
Yeah. Jack, you're probably familiar with that area. So the Wizards were my team. Remember going there when Michael Jordan was there. That was always a cool thing growing up, to at least see Michael Jordan. But Top Shot wise, I don't have anything worth pumping.
No, man, I let you shoot your shot here. I mean, you can pick one moment. I mean, it can be the most random Ish Smith. I send it to the moon, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, just.
What's your favorite moment, at least, that you have?
My favorite moment that I have.
I'm starting to think you are a rent seeker, Jared.
No, I have a Dwight Howard, his Top Shot debut, Series 1.
Nice.
That's probably my most. I was able to get it in. It's probably up 100% right now from when I got it, and I feel like that was when everyone was like, all right, let me evaluate these and let's treat it like the stock market and get in there and check it out. But I kind of did exactly what you were doing, where going on the NBA Hall of Fame percentage chances.
Yeah.
And I saw Dwight Howard was very high percentage chance and he was way lower than all the other moments around his percentage chances. So figured I'd pull my
in Dwight Howard. He falls into two of those traditionally undervalued buckets on Top Shot. One, big men who get a slight discount, and then two, kind of the older, Hall of Fame headed veterans that aren't as sexy now. So I love going after those kind of guys. Yeah,
that was was unfortunately I did that. At
whose music is that?
Height. Oh, that's just my dryer telling me that it's
okay. You're
that's your dryer sound?
Yeah, it's about like a 30-second song almost.
That's lovely.
What kind of dryer do you have?
They're giving dryers ringtones, but you can't have a washing machine put the clothes in the dryer on it. It's a fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Hey, Jared, why don't you pump your washer and dryer, man? That sounded nice.
A washer dryer you got.
It's a beautiful Samsung white front loader. It's great.
Wow. Yeah, Jack's not interested unless it literally does all of his laundry soup to nuts for him.
That's correct.
Jack, have you heard of wash and fold in New York? I mean,
but that's
what you need, right?
That's not in unit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave and then you gotta come back. And
Jack, I've seen your Instagram stories or whatever. You literally are having your roommate cook and clean for you. I mean,
no. The cook is for himself. He's a clean freak, and I'm a rent seeker when it comes to his cleaning.
Jack, I have another little thing from your social media that I need to ask you about. So I don't think you put this on Twitter. I didn't check, but I was checking I saw your Instagram story, and it must have been Saturday night.
Yeah. We had a party.
Yeah, I know that, but it was the fact that you said having a party tonight, fine. DM me for details. You have 35,000 Instagram followers.
55,000, yeah.
Okay, how many DMs did you get?
Not that many. The goal.
Yeah, what was the goal?
The goal. This is gonna sound like not a man of the people, but I just have a lot of friends in New York. And I was trying to make sure they all knew, because I can't remember, like, oh, I got to text this person, And if they saw it, I figured they'd be like, oh, I'll come through. Bang, come through. Obviously, I'm not letting random people come through, although we did have 2 a.m. I'm looking around. We're probably down to like 30, 40 people. Four random fucking people. Like, not even a connection of a friend to a friend. Like, dead random in the apartment. One of the chicks, bigger chick, walking around. Why
is that relevant?
No, I'm just giving. There's little chicks, there's big chicks, there's all types of people. I'm just saying, this was a.
Oh my god!
And she's walking around. She took a piece of pizza out of the fridge. I mean, it was a scene. So yeah.
There's little chicks, there's big chicks.
I'm just trying to give everyone some context to the situation, give a visual. But it was crazy. And then, but you know, we let them stay. Because they were harmless. She was just eating a slice of pizza. We wanted to finish the pizza, and they left at like 2:30 in the morning. It was a good time.
God, so Jack, you were able to fit more than 40 people in your apartment?
We probably peaked at like 70 to 80 people.
How big is your apartment?
Yeah, we have a crazy living room. I'll post on Twit later tonight. I'll give you a visual.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever been in an apartment in New York City like that. A 24-year-old had that.
Yeah,
was able to fit 70 people in their apartment.
Yeah, it's
a man of the
bizarre,
people, you know.
Yeah, it's a bizarre layout, but it's solid. It's solid. It was a fun time. I would
it's a layout issue. Typically, the bedrooms would be able to capture the 80 people.
I would invite Mike, but I'm scared he's gonna show up with fucking holes in his shit.
I got new jeans, and that would be a special occasion. I would.
I think Andy was out of town. But we'll get the boys together this summer.
I'm absolutely terrified for my Jack experience in Miami. The way you live, it's just out of control. Reckless.
I mean, we're going to Club Live. That's a guarantee.
I personally can't wait to drink Jack under the table.
Ooh.
Here's the thing about Jack. Has anyone ever seen Jack even tipsy? I've never seen Jack.
On the stream, I feel like I was drinking once.
Maybe sushi night. I don't know. Sushi night was one of our tipsier evenings.
Sushi, I wasn't that drunk. There was when I had the margs before one of them, but I wasn't that drunk. Yeah, no, Andy, you'll probably be able to drink me under the table, but I'll puke and then keep going. So like, you let me know. You know, it's
man.
Jared,
I can't wait for New York to be back open so we can stay out till 5 a.m. every night.
Jared, do you have any questions for Jack in the weird life he lives? This is now the time to ask him.
I don't have any questions. I guess maybe not Jack specifically.
Okay.
Fire away.
I was gonna ask if he knew if those chicks were, how tan they were.
No, Jared.
If they were.
God, this is pack stableman material.
Yeah, no. We're moving on to opening packs here. I do have my MGLE pack. I received an influencer pack, Jack, and I wanted to open that tonight. I don't know. Are we kind of in like walk-off pack opening territory here, or how are we feeling?
I feel like we still gotta have more discussion around.
Yeah, I think there's some more NFT discussion to be had.
I do have a question.
You scared me with your initial question, so I didn't know how quickly I needed to pull the plug. Okay.
So I guess going off of MBL, your whole 25 thread.
The second best 25 tweet thread.
The second, yeah. I was just thinking, so like, if you raise the prices of packs, or if you make it 1 or 2 moments in packs, then what is to stop a rent seeker from just raising? Every rent seeker is just going to post their low ask in order for them to at least be, equal EV in a sense. Do you understand? Because I feel like the prices settle out where they are right now, so that a rent seeker can at least come out plus money. Whereas, so like, what is to stop the, say a pack is sold for $9, but it's only 2 moments? Then I feel like it's almost some of our fault, the people who are buying on the marketplace, like what you were saying. Like, we're the ones who are allowing them to make money off of the packs, if you will.
So I don't know if it's anyone's fault. I would say that there is demand up to a certain level. So just in a very extreme example, the packs cost $100,000 for a base pack. It's a very extreme example. That doesn't mean the market will be able to absorb $50,000 moments, obviously. Scale that down to $50,000. It doesn't mean the market's going to be able to absorb 2 $25,000 moments. Scale that down to $100, wherever the number is, where you start getting closer to that actual more reasonable $9 level. And at some point, the market just isn't there for them to buy moments. And the more you close that gap, let's say we push it to $25 first, it at least makes it less of a guarantee that you open a pack and the market is ready to pay you 3 to 4 times what the underlying moments are worth. And to me, it's that dynamic that it's just absolutely guaranteed. Right now, we don't just have plus EV packs. We have guaranteed profitable packs, which is a different thing than plus EV packs. Plus EV packs, you could have a kind of dynamic where there's let's say 10 moments in a set of 100,000 packs that are worth, I don't know, $50,000 each or $100,000 each. And every other pack is worth $7, let's say, meaning that a huge majority of them are negative EV. Right now, you're taking absolutely no risk. There's no downside of buying a pack. It's free money. And the more you bridge that gap, the less appealing this game is for people who are just here to buy and flip. And my biggest issue is I think that we've attracted a lot of people who there are a lot of people who just flip things. They play arbitrage, basically. They flip tickets, they flip sneakers, they flip consoles. We've all heard my rant at this point, and all those people are in Top Shot right now. And it's really hard to get rid of them, to your point, but I think one way is to make it less attractive for them to be here, effectively.
They're not even – I think the crazy thing is they're not in Top Shot. It's just because there takes zero participation, they just kind of hang around Top Shot. You know what I mean? Like they find out when there's a pack drop, they get in, and they're like, all right, so there's it's no risk, all reward.
Basically make it not worth their time, if you will. So
yeah, and like we've talked on the show, and Jared, you haven't been on the show, so I'll ask you, if you knew a pack was slightly negative EV or even EV or slightly positive EV, would you buy that pack? I can say I for one would, because I enjoy the pack opening experience. I don't need it to be instant profit to enjoy the pack opening experience, and a lot of other collectors share that view. You're a collector. You keep your pack sealed, but would you participate in that kind of pack drop? And you don't feel pressure to say yes.
Oh no, I of course would participate in a pack drop. I would participate one, probably up to a good amount of it being minus EV, just for the fact that it's fun to collect things. I mean, I collected Pokemon cards growing up. I collected baseball cards growing up. So like like I personally would easily still buy one, even if it's minus EV.
Right. So I think a lot of collectors share that view. Yeah.
But the question is, up to what price of the pack? Yeah. Because I talked about this before. I think every single person, not every single person, but a lot of people will buy a $9 pack because it's super fun. There is still some upside. But like I talked about it with the legendary pack. I didn't know the EV at the time, but I was like, $1,000 like is still, it's money out, and with withdrawals, being slower, like it's not, if you lack liquidity, like some people on the stream, then you're not as likely to maybe go for it. So Jared, what number would you, let's say it is slightly negative EV or even a decent bit, but like there's still high upside. How much do you think you'd pay for a pack?
For if it was three moments per?
Sure.
See, I think it would have to get to like.
No, I think. Sorry, I just interjecting. Yeah. I don't think you can do the 3 moments because that's been such a part of just the base pack. Like, let's say the MGLE 99 that comes with what 7, or the other one comes with 10, the legendary. So like appropriately.
Well, let's just do it by what I think the current situation is.
Yeah, I think it's a blend.
Base pack.
I think it's a blend. Like you take out some, like for the hollow icon, for example, they had a legendary moment. They had 3 MGLE and they had 6 base. I don't know what 6, 7 base. Like have a hollow icon and 2 bases or something. I don't think anyone who actually cares about collecting a Top Shot doesn't buy the pack. I think the rent seekers don't buy the pack, which means more of the actual collectors can get hollow icons. The moments go more into people's hands that actually want to keep the moments or keep their pack sealed or do anything except for open and immediately sell them. So I think that's one way, and it's less attractive for rent seekers and not less attractive for collectors, which is a great outcome all around. So I think price increases is one lever they can pull. I think making the packs less attractive by pulling moments, by making the individual moments less attractive, by increasing the edition sizes. A blend of all of these is a great place to start. I think the restrictions are good short term, but at some point, the rent seekers are smart. They'll learn to game the system. And I was talking to someone on Twitter about it today. If it's a one-time toll where they know they have to spend $1,500 one time in the marketplace to be eligible for pack lotto, where it remains 4 or 5 times plus EV, they'll do that. That's a great investment. You get $1,500 worth of stuff. It's not like it disappears, and you get a free entry ticket to endless pack lotto. So I don't think that's a long-term solution, but I think it's working right now.
I guess.
Yeah, generally agree.
I mean, I think even just to throw out a number for like a 3 moment pack, I think like if you're really looking to collect things, I would go up $20-$30 just until at least at least I would not hesitate using my Dapper balance at that price.
So let me ask you a question, Jared. Like, so let's say in that scenario that the packs are negative EV or slightly negative EV, and you'd be willing to pay $20 to $30. I feel like for me personally, I would rather go to the market and maybe pick my moment for $30. I mean, where do you factor that in all, or is it just the pack opening experience is so much fun that it's worth that price?
No, I don't. For me, the pack opening experience wouldn't be worth. Like what you were saying. I think you'd have to find a price point, right? Because like if it's a $30 pack, I don't know how many $30 moments are out there that I would want, if that makes sense. You know, because like, I mean, similar to Jack, I would want like a Chris Paul moment, you know, like, and I don't know, aside from, you know, buying it out of 35K moment or, you know, something that I would want to keep, you know, you're starting to get up into the hundreds of dollars minimum. And so it's kind of like at that point, you know, I'd rather, I guess, still pay $20 to $30 for a pack. But when it starts to get to that level, I might be starting to look into, you know, that Google Doc sheet and seeing what moments are actually in this pack versus I'm buying this pack no matter what.
I think that's a good thing, though. It should be a bit of a decision, and the people who want it should be able to buy it. And I love the idea of the people who actually want it to buy it and experience that pack opening and have a chance at those moments being able to buy it. Right now, it's you know, it's sort of a sad dynamic where such a small percentage of the people who actually want the packs get the packs. Yeah. And I will say also, just in general life, people do things that are negative EV all the time. I mean, people buy lotto tickets and love that experience. People buy physical cards. People go to a movie, which is obviously you know, you get nothing back in return for that. And I think people are very comfortable expending cash or money or expected value for entertainment. And you know, I'm not necessarily taking the sense that it should be negative EV. I just think primarily it should be not so super positively EV.
Yeah.
It's also it's a weird dynamic because physical cards, which is obviously a main comparison, they are super plus EV to go get a box, right, and flip it. Like that happened. That's all those people do. They camp outside. I saw it in the chat of Target or Walmart, wherever. But it's so much harder, right? You can't be at work and do it. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. You know, you don't have, and you just have to log on and kind of have the money ready. So it is interesting with the ease of Top Shot. It's also created, you know, a much easier experience to become a flipper. So
and the selling is as easy too. You know, exactly. To sell physical cards is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I mean, I agree too here with what Michael's saying. I mean, the way now that they're getting on this regular pack drop schedule, I mean, we are getting much closer to what we are discussing here. You know, the honeymoon period for the automatic 10Xs on these packs is quickly coming to an end.
So, I mean, this was sort of my concern, though. In order to achieve this, they had to basically pulverize the market. And so there are other ways to achieve this while not pulverizing the market. And that was sort of the point of the thread. I think, you know, we've seen the bases sort of experience that. The rares and legendaries, depending on what they do with the packs, may continue this, you know, this trend. If we continue incentivizing people to buy 1,000 for 1,000 and they can sell for 5,000, it's going to put selling pressure on until those prices converge on each other. You know, the EV and the price.
Oh, one other topic on Top Shot that I wanted to make sure we hit tonight was the big Dingaling purchase.
Yes.
I mean, he's almost single-handedly propping up the high end of the market right now. And I mean, he's involved in every which way, you know, buying on the site, off-site deals, he bought packs from our guy, Jamie, yesterday, 2 legendary packs. You know, JB is getting married. He's one of our VIPs here at Club VIP or at Club Top Shot, and sold his 2 packs to him for $40,000. Did the stream yesterday. But what I'm trying to say,
what they rip?
He ended up getting an Anthony Davis was his best moment. Otherwise, the packs were ultimately a little underwhelming as far as I don't know if he got his 40K back on that.
Yeah.
But he was taking shots for the LeBrons in there. So
yeah, there are a lot of LeBrons left, including the number one.
How much do you think the deck the hoops goes for?
Why are you asking?
Dingaling
may
need to be in the DMs. I don't know.
No, I think a
I
big
will
part
say
of
I'm
his,
in the market for packs. If anyone has some Series 1 packs they're looking to, they don't want to open, they want someone else to open, let me know.
So what would you price the deck the hoops at? Oh, that's Series 2, I guess.
Yeah, not to FUD Series 2,
Yeah,
but I'm not interested. So like, I think there's probably a fair price for you to buy
not
the
the
deck
fun, but absolutely not.
but I'm not interested.
Not to say I don't want them or they're not that valuable, but not interested.
Well, I mean, it's like, if you want to sell it to me for $5,000, sure, I'll take the pack. Like, you have a deal.
Well, and Andy's described this before. Like, Andy is anchored to having come through the Top Shot ecosystem, and he has massive Series 1 collection. So it's like, it's a different even mental framework for him to even get toward wanting to value Series 2 like that.
I feel like it probably has more to do with like the market as a whole. Like he bought into the Hollow Icon, right, challenge for Halliburton. So, but it's more so like we know there's way more stability in Series 1 because it's locked, right? And this is what we keep repeating. They released on office hours today, like Quickly might have a legendary moment. So I'm not going to go buy Quickly's base moments because, we know more shit's coming. Series 1, I just think it's beneficial because you know everything that's coming out of that pack, or at least know where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Did
that
you guys
pack
see
also
the
in and of
office
itself
hours?
is like a little, I don't want to say gimmicky, but like, I don't know. A Christmas Day pack is such a specific thing.
Oh, I think it's great. But
I think it's cool.
Christmas Day has big NBA connotations. Yeah, it's a big NBA day every year. They have the best matchups of the year. I hear you with some of the packs, but I do think the Christmas Day one's kind of a good NBA thing.
Yeah, it's not. I think the art on it's also kind of cool, but for the most part,
I agree.
when it dropped, I was like, "What? What is this?"
Wait, we spent like 2 seconds on Dingaling before we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does everyone think? I've been on my plus EV rant for a while. I gotta step aside.
He's a legend.
So
Or shit.
one of the things that I think is most interesting about this, and I haven't really seen this conversation a ton, but it's interesting to me. So he's essentially, or they are essentially the first, like, actual whale to come in and just spend a shit ton of money after Top Shot has had its run up, and they have drawn the line in the sand that they want number ones, not jersey numbers.
No, they want jersey numbers too.
Yeah,
I've been chatting with them. They're interested in jersey.
Wait, who's that? Is it a group? Like, give us.
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to them.
I don't know any detail.
Well, they have way more number ones than jersey numbers, I believe.
Yeah,
but they did that big deal with Baller Basket.
I've been in agreement though. I feel like the sentiment is like that number one actually will be more valuable than jersey number. Because I don't think like I've almost bought this Quickly number 5, right? His base jersey match, but it's like number 5 to Emmanuel Quickly is not a number, right? Like no one thinks him and goes 5. I think KD 35, Giannis 34, Luka 77. Like there's a few players, but LeBron. But number one, I think, I totally agree with that strategy.
So I think there's two appeals of jersey number for me, or three, I guess. One, there are fewer of them. Every moment has a number one. Not every moment has a jersey number.
Right.
Two, a lot of players, the numbers are personal to them, which is, to your point, it's specific to the player. It doesn't apply universally. And three, ultimate moments are one of ones and through 3. And so each of those are going to have number ones, which adds way more number ones. And if you're interested, if you're a jersey guy, you depending on what your player, obviously there are some number ones, number 2s, number 3 players. You're not competing with that. And so I think that's an interesting angle too. Number ones, on the other hand, are always number ones. There's no doubt. There's no like, what number is he again? Like, what does that number mean? Why do I care about that number? A lot of people value the first of anything or the first minted version. And so I think there's a reasonable case each way.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm really curious to see kind of what their final count's going to be. If I wonder if they've decided they're going to spend $10 million or what that number is, or if they have a number, or they just have so much money that they don't give a shit and they're just going to keep buying stuff. But I also think it's interesting that they've taken generally a very scattershot approach. Like personally, if I had however much they have to spend, what they spent like $5 million now or something like that, and I was coming to Top Shot, I would be like buying a couple players just really heavily and getting the best moments of those players, not just every number one of Series 1 I could get and every jersey number of Series 1 I could get. And so, I mean, not saying that I'm right, but it's interesting that they have such a kind of wide-reaching approach of players that they are buying.
I mean, I saw Dingaling was in the chat for Jamie's pack opening yesterday, and he was having a fun time. Like, you can tell that there is an entertainment collector equity part to this. Like, this isn't him. Like, the scattershot thing, I think, speaks to he's just having fun splashing around in this new space. I'm not saying he's making bad decisions, but there's more to it than just like, I want to get my money in good in the best spots.
Well, and that's like, to me, the most bullish thing about it is if you have people who are clearly multi-millionaires who are excited to spend millions of dollars on stuff just because like they obviously are having fun and are enjoying collecting and aren't necessarily like making and maybe they are and I'm wrong, but like not making the perfectly calculated decisions on like the exact best way to spend $5 million. To me, that's just really exciting that, you know, it's kind of something that you hoped would be the case, and seemingly, at least for one person, it is, which means probably for others it will be as well.
Yeah, and people speculating on who Dingaling is. They did an interview with the First Mint, but they just did it transcribed it. LG sent their voice, his own voice, through a vocoder.
Fantastic voice, by the way.
It was funny, but again, to Jack's point in the chat, we do not know who Dingaling is. It could be a group. It could be anyone. So they have not done any public interviews or docs themselves in any way. So everyone's just guessing on who they are.
So first, I've chatted with Dingaling a few times over DM. Super, super, super nice person, group, whatever. Really down to earth. And I think a really interesting dynamic is, I don't know how many there are, but let's just say there's 250 super premium moments in the platform, whatever, just some number. They're basically taking a ton of those off the market. And I'm fairly certain, just from DMing and having conversations, that there's no intention of flipping these 2 months down the line. This is a serious long-term investment, which means when Dingaling 2 comes along, there are that many fewer moments for them to go for. And it's just taking a ton of premium moments out of circulation. And so for people who hold other premium moments, or even for people who hold secondary and tertiary markets, it's hugely beneficial to take a lot of the supply out of circulation and for future demand to have less to go after.
I do know the location of the Dinger. Former Aussie, now living in Asia. I do have that information. I've spoken.
Jack's the hacker now.
I have
got his IP address.
I've exchanged some DMs because I said I think it's awesome what they're doing, what he's doing, what it's doing. And I think it's interesting, right? Like, we're talking a lot about, you know, are these moments going to continue to drop? I do think if you take a long-term view and you take he's really just betting on the platform. It's a pretty safe bet in terms of what they're scooping up. It's a decent hedge across the board that if Top Shot succeeds and continues to grow, then owning, you know, Series 1 number one serials is about as good a bet as you could make. So I do think it's cool. They're not obviously as focused on the day-to-day with it all.
Oh,
yeah, I agreed.
Daigle.
Here because of Overzet, I have my baby wine right here.
Daigle, I told you we have NBC Sports Edge's very own John Daigle. You were supposed to give Peter Jennings the bunny ears.
Well, I'm carrying my baby right now. That's the issue, Pete.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
I'm going to let you do this bit, and I'm going to let you bomb in front of the
This
club.
is not a bit. No. This is not a bit, because no one else knows me in this club that I actually respect everyone here. I attend often, except you. So no, this makes zero sense at all. So I'm going to back out with my child right now, and the man with the glasses is going to step back.
Hang on, Daigle. Hang on. Come back real quick. Do you still not have? So for people who don't know, Daigle's in the fantasy streets. Last summer, or through a lot of quarantine, he lived with Evan Silva from Establish the Run. Do you have a permanent resident? Are you just a permanent vagabond?
I'm literally traveling around renting Airbnbs and staying with friends around the country. That's still what I do.
Daigle DM'd me for my address to come to the party.
No. So Daigle is the literal definition of a rent seeker, is what you are.
Is the what?
It's a top shot thing. Don't worry about it, Daigle.
Yeah.
It was great seeing you.
All right,
great
good
seeing
seeing everybody. I'm gonna go out now. That's the bit.
That's the bit.
That's literally the
There
bit.
we go. That's what we came
only
for. Yeah.
that exists in this entire thing, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna see my way out. So I respect
Thank
all
you.
of you. Thank you very much.
It was last year we were doing a draft with Silva, and him and Daigle were both doing the draft with us, but they were in separate rooms. I was like, why aren't you guys doing the draft at like the same computer? And like Daigle was like, Silva will kill me like if I go in the like same room with him. So I kept telling him like he needs to go downstairs and give Silva bunny ears. And Silva was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And finally at like the hour 3 of the stream, he went down there and did the bunny ears, and it was electric. So that is filling everyone in on the bunny ears joke. Pete, on and off, crazy night in the household. I think we should
I
rip
got
a
friends and
pack.
I got baby. I got friends and baby.
How do you do it, Pete? How do you do everything?
Jennings, are you coming to Miami?
No. I tried.
Wow.
I know.
I could tell when I put that tweet up and I said that we were going to convince you to come to Miami, and it was crickets. No likes, no nothing. I knew there was an argument happening.
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can to be a good husband and dad. I'm running out of runway here, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're running out of like your hall passes pretty quickly into the baby.
Yeah.
I will. That actually is a good housekeeping note. So next week, Club Top Shot is not going to be on Tuesday. We're not going up on Tuesday. It's going to be on Monday. Jack and I are going to be live on location in Miami. More details will come soon, but we're doing a big Underdog marathon stream, and Club Top Shot is going to close it out. So the show will be on Monday. We should have some very fun guests. It will, I'm sure, be chaotic. Anything I'm missing there, Jack?
No.
So they actually have a studio space. We've seen the photo of it. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Jack and I will be in person. These guys will be chiming in over our usual. I'm not sure what it'll be, but they will be there. All of us together. Club Top Shot on Underdog. So that will not be on this channel. It'll be on Underdog's YouTube channel. Monday Night Football. We'll have the links. The media team will take care of it over on Club Top Shot Twitter, but wanted to fill you guys in on that.
Yeah. Which promo code do you use for Monday?
I've thought long and hard about it. I think promo code Pete is kind of the direction I'm leaning in. What about you, Jack?
No, that's fair. My favorite part is Norris shills his link and his code like all the time, and it's not even a bit. He just fucking flips that thing around. I love it. I respect it. Yeah, I have too much shame. Once the bid equity wears off, I'm probably going to be bad about shilling it. But the name is crazy, like effective. I think like every time you like a tweet, I'm like, damn, that's good. I'm thinking about changing my name. I don't know.
Jack, I'm sure you are doing fine in promo codes after your 6x booster promo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what we can do for that Monday stream, because there's a whole NBA slate. I know it's Monday Night Football, but there's a whole NBA slate. We'll have to figure out some pick'em specials.
And we can't steal Underdog's thunder, but they got a big announcement coming up for some fun programming and contests. So that'll be coming soon. What do you say we rip a pack and get on out of here?
Let's rip. How many packs are we ripping, or am I the only one?
No, I have my MGLE.
Oh, yeah. Can I rip a
pre-order?
Yeah, can I rip a base?
Yeah, let's rip some packs. Welcome to Club Top Shot. Occasionally we do rip packs. Yo, what up? It's DJ Pete Overzet. Welcome to the club. We didn't think things were going to get popping tonight, but it's about to get lit. Behind door number 2, it's a 3-pointer. 13-25, Kevin Durant. Fast go. We're We're going to get a LaMelo. We're going to get a Luka. We're going to get a LeBron. Victory reveal. Let's go. God damn it. I don't need another layup. To the window. To the wall. The De'Aaron Fox stripped down my ball. 293 assists. Let's go. Everybody get their drinks. Let's get a cheers tonight before we open up these nice packs. Cheers.
Cheers, Jared.
Yeah, Jared, welcome.
Cheers, Jared.
Have you.
Cheers.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Pete. Jared was telling me we're coordinating on this. He said Tuesdays is the night as a dad to get out and go play basketball. So Jared's doing everything he can tonight as well, it sounds like.
Exactly. Yep.
So
That's
we
why
are
we got
glad
the
to have
old,
you.
the old water.
All right. What do we got going here, Jack? What are we ripping?
How many moms do we get in here? Just 3?
Just 3.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Drop
A man of the people. No idea how a base set works.
I honestly don't know how any of the packs work. I found out the Hollow Icons had 9 MGLEs, 18 something else's. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's get something fun.
Let's get something fun for Jack. Comment.
Aaron Gordon. Okay.
Ooh.
In the Nuggets.
Nugs Gordon.
Nugs Gordon. I like that.
19420, chill.
Oh, rookie.
Eddie.
Patrick Williams. Uh-oh, Jack.
Almost too good.
Did Jack freeze on us?
Yeah.
Look at that expression. Can we bring that up?
Yeah, hang on. Let's get this. Hang on. Where I got to get Jack here. This is good. Oh, my God. Meme it. Everybody meme it. You know what to do. You know what? I've been so thankful. Knock on wood. I think I figured out my internet issues. I was deep in the wireless router settings. And to have Jack Settleman get hit with the issues tonight, not me. It's just so good. All right. I'm going to drop
Is anyone going to tell him that he was breaking up like 20 seconds ago?
Here he is.
Overzet.
What happened? My internet?
Yeah, you froze.
Okay.
You froze, so we need you to share your screen again.
All right, we're back.
Wait, Jack, we got an incredible screenshot of you. It was great.
What was it?
Of you frozen, yeah.
We got a rookie, Patrick Williams.
Yes, we're back.
We're back. Didn't see that. Okay.
Get hyped again, guys. We're back.
All right,
I'm just excited to see the memes of Jack frozen. More than
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
What did I look like? All right, here we go. Final.
You're great.
15944. Danilo.
Yellow.
The Rooster.
Logo. From the logo. 38 off the bench. 10 3-pointers. Wow, look at that. Okay. All right.
Very nice.
I like it.
Anyone else, or you want me to open?
I don't have anything.
All right.
I can open it. I'm worried about my internet a little bit, but why not?
No,
Let's see this MGLE pack.
We'll do
close out that.
and then we'll do the walk-off MGLE.
What did I look like?
Jack,
You look great. Apparently Clay
good.
is all over it.
Oh yeah, Clay is all over. While Pete is doing this,
I'm just remembering I have to click the. I got my screen shared, but I have to click the audio part. Where's that? I don't see it.
Pete, I mean, okay, yeah. So if it's just down in the left corner, if you go to Chrome tab, it says share audio. If you select that, we'll be cooking. It's like you guys never pay attention when I explain this to guests.
I know.
Pete, this is literally Inception here. You got to do Chrome tab. You did the whole window. You're a disaster.
I'm done. I'm out.
You're out?
I mean,
You're
I'll
just
try
going to
again.
give up?
I'm tempted to give up.
Okay, all right. I'll be more kind. Hit share screen, and instead of window, slide over to Chrome tab. Then select the specific tab, and down in the bottom, there's a little box that says share audio.
We're back. We're live.
Tommy, I've done it literally probably 35 or 40 times on this show alone, and probably 100 times in my lifetime.
I think we're yet to see someone start streaming on the wrong window, which I wouldn't mind seeing at some point.
We're good, right?
Yeah,
we're
We're
good.
good. The club's going up.
Oh,
Trade
Ooh.
Kobe, right?
oh, it's the Kobe one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
one.
why
This is the plunge father moment.
Why is that one to Kobe?
Well, Pete cut it out before we could see it, but
let's go back to it.
Chris Bouquet on an assist from Freddie.
I got some Boucher bags, no joke.
I love Chris Boucher. He's a great
Jack,
player.
So you have the Kobe tribute dunk, and you don't know about the Trae Young Kobe tribute?
I'm waiting.
You'll see.
He puts up 2-4. I don't get it though. What?
It's anniversary, I think, or close.
Yeah,
I think it was anniversary. Hold on, let me see the exact date. Yeah, it's anniversary. January 26, 2020.
See, it was Trae Young being a numerology bro himself.
Yeah, seriously. And by the way, for chat, I know it's Chris Boucher. I was just kidding. Thank you for correcting me though.
It was a flower joke.
All right, I'll get my pack open here. One other thing that I always forget to promote, we do have the club VIPs. If you see the guys in here with their special custom emotes, I mean, I put a woodpecker emoji in there tonight for Jack.
For me?
I mean, that's the kind of thought that is going into these. We also have, when you sign up, we have the club VIP Discord in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. Really fun group in there talking about fun. All kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you guys haven't hopped into the Discord, haven't hopped into the VIPs, you get all of that good stuff, fun times. All right, it's time to open an MGLE pack here. Walk-off pack. Next time we see you guys, it will be on Monday on the Underdog airwaves. We will, I'm sure, follow Jack and I on social media this weekend. It'll be something, right, Jack?
We're going clubbing in real life, baby.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Oh.
This is like, I don't even know what you do.
Is this new?
Ooh.
All
Is that
right.
the first time we've heard a real word in?
Nah, Jay Sean Tate was on one of them.
Right.
All right, give me Jared. Give me a number other than 1.
3.
3. Come 14.
Aave.
Come on.
It's on my dynasty team.
Oh, I gotta click it. Zubac. Look at this, coast to coast.
He's been playing really well.
All right.
Sick moment, actually.
CSU dad, give me a number other than 1. 5. 22, 545, Aaron Gordon.
I was checking Aaron Gordon of the night.
We are, but this is not the Nuggets Aaron Gordon. We got Magic Aaron Gordon.
Oh,
a little
Giannis.
half miss.
Yeah, a little
that's not
tease on
even
the
a
finish
dunk.
there.
How it's a layup. Is that a layup or a dunk?
I would call that a dunk, I think.
You see where the ball ended up?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Andy, give me a number. 6. Let's do it. Give me. Come on. 31, 357. Jimmy Butler.
There you go.
To Miami.
Oh, I didn't know they retired the moment. That's cool.
The Gordon?
Yeah.
When he got traded.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Jimmy Butler.
Is that the only moments they retire were people who changed teams? Because I know they said they were going to retire like some 35 days.
Mike. 2 or 4?
4. Start that bottom row.
Come on. Buddy Hield.
Buddy.
There we go.
Did the moments used to autoplay? Now you have to click them?
Nah.
I feel like they did, but
Yeah.
no.
The developers hard at work over on Top Shot. That's a layup for sure. I'm calling it. All right. The final comment here. 7756. Peyton Pritchard.
Love a good rookie moment.
Who cannot get hype for Peyton Pritchard? Let's see. Gender reveal jerseys. Look at Peyton Pritchard. That looked like me, JV basketball, working hard off the glass, putting it up. That's a man of the people play right there.
Was that for the win? Yeah, it was. That's a game winner.
Game winner. All right. This pack has been fine, but this MGLE is going to take it to the next level. We appreciate everyone coming to Club Top Shot tonight. Jared, thank you for being our guest of honor. It was a blast. Thank you for your donation to Shots for Shots. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Subscribe below and make sure you are subscribed to Underdog's channel where we will be on Monday. Let's do it here. Big money, big money. Let's go. Minnesota Timberwolves. Rare number 187. Ricky Rubio. The Spanish vacation.
That was nice.
We did it, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you guys on Monday.